What's up guys, Brian Grant here of ContestChampion.com, here to bring you some more Alliance War coverage. This time my Alliance 4 Lokis going up against Grinders of Darkside, or GUDZ as I like to call them. This is an alliance that I've actually uploaded a war on previously, and we've actually faced off against this alliance 2 times prior to this, so this is our 3rd matchup. We're actually tied 1-1 at the moment. And I'm rolling in here with Iceman, Gwenpool, and Vision. This is my top team. This is a team that you will definitely see a lot of going forward. So the first note up here, I can tell it's science. Somebody had science detection on, and I would love to just slam Gwenpool in here and make short work of whatever science champion's in there. But this is a bleed node, so I do choose Iceman, as of course he's got that bleed immunity. And it's Electro, and I figured it was going to be Electro. Electro gets placed here a lot. And, the fact that there was a science champion here, that was just, even more telling that it was probably an Electro. So, Electro, you're going to take some damage against this guy. The best thing to do is to really try to avoid and minimize the amount of damage that you're taking when blocking, as you really can't do much to minimize it when you're actually, attacking into him. So, I'm just trying to play very carefully here and only land parries when I feel confident. Or only try to parry when I feel confident that I actually can get a successful parry off. But as far as fighting him goes, Electro, he's that standard champion that if you've been playing this game for any length of time, you've already come across him a lot, and he's not too hard to deal with. So aside from that, return damage, really don't take too much damage at all there. All right, this next node up. This is where things start to get a little bit challenging on the path here, as sometimes this node can actually have a very high level opponent on there. Sometimes people like to stick a 5-star magic on here, but luckily this person does not have a magic, so I'm expecting a Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler is the 2nd most common champion I see here, and it's actually Juggernaut. Okay, so no Nightcrawler, and I didn't mind, by the way, if it was Nightcrawler, I did not mind having to take some kind of class disadvantage. Bringing Gwenpool in. The best thing that I found for this node is just to bring in whatever highest damaging champion I have, whatever highest DPS champion I have. I'd rather just bring them in because this node does have a lot of HP, and if I could just cut through them a little bit faster, I can generally save some of my life. And Gwenpool, she can cut through like no other. You can tell this fight is going very quickly here, but Outlast has kicked in, and my damage output has definitely suffered as a result of it. And this Juggernaut, of course, does have some amount of Mystic Dispersion, so the fight, it's slowing down because of all the unstoppableness, but eventually he does go down, and I don't take that much damage. All in all, very happy with the outcome of that fight. Juggernaut, he's not super difficult, but there are times where if you get into a bad situation, like I was almost getting into at the end there when I was stuck against the corner, things could have went south very quickly, and yeah, I'm just happy that this time that did not happen. I was able to pull through. Alright, so we come up to the unblockable S2 node, and this node, I fought this node a ton of times, and I'm expecting either Doctor Strange, Hood, one of those 2 champions most common, and sure enough, it is Doctor Strange. And I don't get the initial parry, which worries me a little bit, but I immediately just go into a blocking state, hoping that he would, attack into me, throw a heavy, which he did. And, of course, then I'm able to use my special. And because I was going into that blocking state, him attacking me a few times actually allowed me to get to my special 2, which normally I could only use a special 1. So it's actually almost better in a way. It allows me to, burn his power even more, and then I don't have to worry about him getting to his special 2 again. So actually, I panicked a bit at the beginning there, but it actually, works out even better in my favor. OG Vision, cannot recommend this guy enough. If the offer comes back around, please save your units to get this guy, because otherwise I probably would have gotten destroyed had I brought in some other champion. As dodging Doctor Strange's SP2, it's doable, but I definitely do make mistakes against it, and can definitely get caught by it and well, get destroyed, I guess. Alright, moving on to the next node here, though. Next node up is another bleed node, and this node is a little bit unpredictable at times. I see Ultrons here, I see Electros here. Because it has 200 health and attack, You know, people like to stick champions here that have that kind of unavoidable damage, like Electro, for example, or Magic. Magic is another common champion I see here. So I go in with Vision, and I'm like kind of bummed. I was debating on going in with either Vision or Iceman, right, because of the bleed. And of course, you know, Iceman could have just stopped all of Spider-Man's evasion, but that's alright. I'll just take this fight a little bit slow. You know, I actually tried to evade that one, but I ended up blocking it anyway. But that's okay. I'm in a little bit of a dangerous spot here. I'm kind of just waiting to get to my SP3. This way I can, you know, get myself out of this jam. I attack into him until he evades, and then throw the SP3 immediately. And then watch what happens here. This kind of frustrated me throughout the war, I gotta say, man. Because this war, up until this point, was one of my best wars ever. You know, I don't normally do this well. If you watched the channel before, then you know there are times where I get absolutely wrecked in Alliance War. But here I was doing good. Alright, watch this though. I'm gonna evade the SP1, he's about to fire it off. Okay, there we go, I evade it, and I charge in, and parry. What? No! Come on, man! Ah. One 5-hit combo, and that's all it takes. The final hit was for 4,400. I've watched that back a few times, and I can't tell if I just went in too slowly, or if there was some kind of bug that allowed him to recover more quickly. But in any case, man, I was pretty frustrated at that point, because like I said, this war was like, I was just so happy about this war. I just felt like my game was on point for once. And I wasn't just having like one decent fight, I was having like all these fights were pretty decent. But whatever, man, I brushed it off. I got Iceman here. I know Iceman is going to make short work of this. You know, he doesn't have that much HP left. He can't evade against me with that cold snap on him. So not too big of a deal here. And, you know, Spider-Man, he does drop. So there's only one node left in my path, aside from, you know, if I was going to help out against a, you know, mini-boss or boss. And this last node is the power gain node, and I tried to save Gwenpool's HP as much as I possibly could. That's why I only brought her into one fight prior to you know, getting to that node, because this node can be a little bit of a wild card sometimes. If it's Hyperion, you know, Gwenpool kind of cuts through Hyperion pretty quickly, but if it's Magic, then I'm a little bit worried, because that power gain, you know, combined with a high level Magic. If she procs Limbo, you know, as fast as I can cut through her, she can cut through me just as quickly. So I look at him, and oh no, he's got 5-star Magic. Okay, alright, maybe he's the boss though. Maybe the big splooge is the boss. No, he's not. Okay, maybe he's using Magic offensively. Just crossing my fingers at this point, like, please, I hope you're using Magic offensively. But sure enough, I know what's coming, man. It's Magic. It's 5-star Magic. 5-star Awakened Magic, and yeah, the next thing I can do is just hope that no Limbo procs, and I get lucky. The first time, she does not proc Limbo. Great. Alright, I just need to have this happen a few more times. I'm trying my best to prevent, you know, gaining the Dexterity buff, so that, you know, I can stop her Mystic Dispersion. She did trigger it the one time there. You can see just exactly how much life I lost from that one Limbo triggering there. Trying to bait out her SP1. Okay, good. Oh, Limbo again. Not only is it Limbo again, but I'm stuck against the wall here. I don't know what to do. At this point, I have to push. Luckily, I pushed her to SP2, and she did not gain Limbo. At this point, I think if I can land one more parry, I can just cut through her. She throws her special. Oh no, she's in Limbo again. Alright, I just gotta go. All in. Just barely finished it. Just barely. She was actually right about to gain back all that health that I was just doing. You know, milliseconds away from gaining back all that life, and I would have been dead for sure. So I'm very glad and very happy, very fortunate the way that fight turned out, because I could have just as easily lost that fight. As yeah, I mean, you can see my Gwenpool's life is not very high at this point. But very happy that I could make it through without using any consumables. I actually did not help out on this boss. A couple of my alliance mates, I believe it was Kaz and Dubes, that were able to take down this Magic. I think there was only one death between them, if I'm not mistaken, so they absolutely killed it in this case, as they usually do. But in any case, we did come out on top in this war, so now we're officially 2-1 against GUDZ. Maybe we'll meet up again. If either way, it's a good war to GUDZ, which is also another YouTuber's channel, seemingly tenacious in there, so definitely want to show him some support. But that is going to do it for this one, guys. I will see you in the next video. Take care.